Hey, what is going on, guys? XpertFusion here, and today I'm going to be bringing you guys a video where I'm going to be going through every way I could possibly think of how Black Ops 4 should be improved. And this is not just my opinion, this is also a lot of the community's opinion. I've been watching a lot of zombies videos lately, a lot of podcasts, including Red Austin's Zombros, which is an amazing podcast, by the way. I've been watching a lot of these, and I've just kind of gathered up a bunch of ideas for things that they could change. I'm not going to be throwing, constructive criticism if it's not going to help the mode, because there's been a lot of people who love to make these type of videos and they like to just bash the game and say it's trash, and that's not going to get anything done, right? Do I expect anything to get done from this? Probably not, because I don't think Treyarch's going to watch this video, to be quite frank with you. If they do, that would be awesome. But either way, this is a list of probably about 10 things that I feel like is possible for Treyarch to do to the zombies mode. It's possible, but it might take them a little bit of time for some of them, and some of them probably wouldn't take them much time at all. And it's just things that maybe they don't know that should be fixed, or what the community wants to be fixed. Maybe they just have no idea, or they just don't think the community cares that much. But a lot of these things the community cares about. And I think if these things were all fixed, Black Ops 4 Zombies would be incredible, because right now it's already pretty good. I think it's good. I think the 6 maps are really fun. It's just the Black Ops 4 mechanics and the overall game itself is just not holding up in the way I want it to. But it's doing pretty good. Yeah, a lot of fun game modes, a lot of different ways to play. But yeah, let's get into this. First things first, this is something that a lot of people have been saying, and it's something I've been saying for a while. It's the HUD. I'm not a fan of the HUD. I don't think many people are. I've kind of dealt with it. I've just said, screw it, it's there. That's what the HUD is. I'm just going to deal with it. But there's a couple problems with it. So first things first, it's way too much stuff on your screen at once. Compare it to a HUD like Black Ops 3. Black Ops 3 is so much clearer, less stuff in the way. Here's actually a very cool concept by Jaguar115. Very cool concept, and it's actually what the HUD, in my opinion, should look like in this game. Now, some people might actually like the HUD, yes, so how do you fix that? Well, it's simple. Just give us a way to change. We can go to Classic HUD, or we can go to the Black Ops 4 HUD. Let us switch between them if we don't want, if we don't know which one we want. What this does for the players is it allows them to immerse themselves in the world even more. Because when you have a bunch of random shit on your screen, it really takes people out of the experience. That's why I really liked Advanced Warfare's campaign, where they put the ammo counter of the weapons and all the different things just like on top of the gun, so it didn't get in the way of the screen, so you can just look at the scenery and just enjoy it all. And I want to do that with zombies, because the maps are beautiful. They have really good graphics. I want to just enjoy the scenery. But it's hard to do that when you have all these different little icons of a bunch of stuff all over the screen. It really just gets in the way. And how can you fix it? Well, like I said, move the perks to the side, shrink and everything else, make it a little smaller, and then it works fine. And for perks, make them so they just show up as you buy them. Don't have them be on the screen unless you actually have them purchased. Now, you might be wondering, well, I might want to know where the Danu perk is or the Rob perk is. Simple. Just let it so when we press the back button and we go to that like special Easter egg HUD that has like the shield pieces and stuff like that, and your progress on the Easter egg, just put it there. Like, that screen has nothing on it right now, and I don't know why. That's another thing. That screen should have more stuff on it. That screen should have the scoreboard. That screen should have, like I said, the perks. It should have your gobblegums, so you don't have to have the gobblegums on the screen at all times. And so the gobblegums may maybe be a little smaller, so you just have the description of the gobblegums when you press the back button. And I understand why they did it. They made it so the back button HUD is a little less conjuncted with stuff, because if people want to look at their shield pieces and stuff, they wouldn't have stuff in the way of their screen. But you have less stuff on your screen when you press that button compared to when you're just, playing the game, which is kind of stupid in my opinion. Scoreboard should be there, by the way. I don't want to have to press start every time I want to look at the scoreboard. I don't know why that's been a thing since World War II for some reason, but it shouldn't be the case. If I want to check my kills, I shouldn't have to pause the game, or even when you're playing with multiple people. Like, imagine server pause, right? Which I think they just added, actually. What if the player wants to check his kills? He's going to have to pause the game and just keep pissing off the other players because the guy's pausing the game a million times because he wants to check his kills or his headshots or something. That would be frustrating. So please just let the scoreboard be on the HUD and let more stuff be on the HUD. as well. So you don't have to put the perks on the screen at all times. They can just appear as you buy them, which would be a lot more like the classic zombies, and it just makes it so there's less stuff on your screen and all. Elixirs, they should not be taking up the whole D-pad. The D-pad is really important in zombies because it allows for us to kind of use different features for the D-pad, because there's a lot of features that the zombies needs, but you don't know where to put it, so they put it in the D-pad slot. One thing in particular is a shield. And now what they decided to do in this game is they decided to replace LB, or I think it's L1 on PlayStation. They decided to replace that with the shield. So now you can only have one piece of equipment at a time. That completely takes away the enjoyment of having two pieces of equipment. Like, what about having grenades and monkey bombs? Or grenades and the homunculus, or grenades and the tomahawk. Now you only can have one of those, which is kind of dumb. It should just be whatever equipment you put your class on. So if you have the Wraithfire or the acid bomb, that stays in that RB slot, stays there, and the other slot is for monkey bombs, Hell's Retriever, and homunculus, right? That would be cool. That would work, because especially when you have a whole Easter egg to get a free perk on 9 that revolves around using the Wraithfire grenade. If you have a whole Easter egg revolving around using that grenade, you can't just make it so, if we get a homunculus, it's just going to take that grenade away. That's just not right. So how would you fix that? Well, to still have 4 Gobblegums, just have it so it's like multiplayer, where you have to cycle through your score streaks with the D-pad, the top part of the D-pad, and then to just use it, you hold Y. So that also gives the players kind of a decision they have to make. What Gobblegum should I have my thing selected on at all times, just so if I want to get a Gobblegum right away as soon as possible, all I have to do is hold Y, and boom, it activates the Gobblegum. That works, and if you have to cycle through, you have to cycle through it. So the other 3 D-pad slots can be used for other stuff, like weapon inspecting, the shield, and maybe emotes if they wanted to, or something else. I don't know. But that would be a very good change in my opinion. Aftertaste not working on the free perks. Now the aftertaste Gobblegum is something I use a lot because I hate losing my perks, but the fact that it doesn't work for your extra perks that aren't your 4 main ones, the ones that you get for doing Easter eggs and stuff, is really annoying, because those perks, some of them you can only get once, like the 9 Wraithfire Easter egg, you only get that perk once. So if you lose it and it's just gone forever, aftertaste would be nice to protect that perk. I don't know why it only protects your 4 main ones. It should protect every perk and keep them. Items not showing up on the screen when you pick them up. Literally in Black Ops 3, even I think in Black Ops 2, probably every other zombies game that has something where you pick up like an item and it goes into some sort of an inventory, why does it not show up on your screen? Like, remember how it kind of went up on your screen a little bit and showed that, oh, you picked an item up? It's really annoying to have to keep pressing the back button every time I pick something up, because I want to make sure I actually picked it up. It's nice in Black Ops 3 where it just appeared on your screen, so it was like, oh, nice, I picked it up. Or if a friend picks it up, it'll appear on the screen as well. Now, if a friend picks something up, I'm not going to know unless I press the back button to look at if he picked up a shield piece or not. That's just a small thing, but it's big enough to the point where when you have a bunch of these little things, when they built up, it causes the game to be bad. Or not bad, but not that good as what it could be, right? And that's the thing about Black Ops 3, or Black Ops 4. It's a very great game, but it's a bunch of small things. There's not one major thing ruining it. It's a bunch of minor things that build up to something really just that takes away the experience. Like I said, scoreboard only on pause screen, that's a big problem. No restart level button. We didn't have that in Black Ops 3 either, I don't think, but why isn't there a restart level button? They've had it in previous zombies games. Just let us restart the game by pressing start and going to restart level. Maybe they can't, I don't know, but I don't really see what kind of limitation they could possibly have on that. But it's really nice when you're about to get cornered, you're like, I'm going to die anyways, I want to restart, or you get a really bad run or something and you want to restart as well. Also, put the timer of how long we've been in the game on the screen, not like on the screen. Obviously when you press the back button or whatever, have it show up on the screen just like it did in Grad Krovi and Revelations, because that'd be good for speedrunners and it'd be just good for people to just know how long they've been in the game for. I don't know. You don't need time trials in the map to have something like that. You should still have it because it's just a core feature that should be on there. Combat records. Now, they have combat records in this game, but they're not in-depth. They're not in-depth to the point where I want them to be. I want to see individual kills with every gun, with every, perk equipped, how many times I've gotten each perk, stuff like that. They don't have that. They just have a very generic amount of combat records, which is not what I want at all. Perks. This is something more map related, but give us ways to earn more free perks more frequently on more maps. You know, every map has like maybe 1 or 2 ways, aside from Blood of the Dead or Classified. I don't really think has a ways, aside from the Gobblegum that gives you 4 free perks. I'm talking about just overall Easter eggs that give you free perks. Add more in, and add more in that allow you to get them over time. I was thinking what would be a cool way to do it for 3 different maps is any map with a Blightfather on it, make it so if you kill the Blightfather, like without using your specialist weapon, maybe you get like a 30% chance of dropping a free perk. That's cool, because then every time the Blightfather comes, you're less inclined to use a specialist weapon, and you kind of have a choice. Should I use a specialist weapon just to kill it nice and easily, or should I try to use my actual gun so maybe I can get a chance of a free perk? That would be dope, but no, they don't do that apparently. Replaying Easter egg songs. That's huge. That's something I've been wanting forever because Kevin Sherwood works so hard on these songs, so does everyone else who's, involved in it, and just to be able to hear it once per game is not enough. It's not enough to do these amazing songs justice. I want to listen to these songs over and over and over again. So just let us repeat whatever Easter egg step we had to do to turn on the song. Let us repeat it after the song's done playing again and again and again. Just let us go over, make the little coin thingies pop back up on the map when it's the chaos maps. Let us go shoot them all again and play the song again and again and again, because that's what I want to do. The songs aren't long enough. They're like, what, 5 minutes at max? That's not long enough. You're in a zombies game for like an hour. I want to be able to listen to it again and again and again. I don't get bored of these Easter egg songs. So that's a feature I think needs to be there. No Easter egg rewards. Why is there no Easter egg rewards? You should get something really big. I'm sure there's going to be something huge at the end, guaranteed. But for now, give us something. Give us a Mastercraft weapon. Give us a couple supply drops. Give us tier skips. Give us a shitload of XP. It does give you a decent amount, but it should be a lot more. Give us a camo. What would be really cool, which this is a little extreme, but give us a whole gun. Like if you complete this Easter egg, you get the PPSH, and it's now unlocked in the mystery box. Something like that. Next up is buff a lot of different weapons, and I'll explain what weapons need to be buffed in my opinion. Ray gun, really any wonder weapon. Just buff a lot of the wonder weapons. Wonder weapons should be the best weapons on each map, which in most cases they are, but in some cases they aren't. And why they should be is obvious for most reasons, because they're usually harder to get than regular guns. But the main reason why I think wonder weapons should be a lot better than they are right now is because you can't level up wonder weapons. You can't unlock attachments for them. So people are less inclined to use wonder weapons. If Treyarch wants people to use a diverse range of weapons, we're not going to use wonder weapons unless you make them really, really, really good. So make the ray gun really, really, really good so it's actually worth using. Add the ray gun Mark II as well. It's in Blackout. Why not add it to the Ether maps? So just make some of these guns really good. Make the wonder weapons really good. Make these zombies only or Blackout only weapons that aren't in multiplayer. Make it so we can unlock a few attachments on them. Just a few. I understand why they wouldn't want us to unlock too many attachments, because some of them they would have to actually work through, like applying the attachment to the weapon. But why not just allow us to get extended mags or rapid fire? Because I don't want to use the Khalil. I don't want to use this Wet Handler. I don't want to use any of those guns because I can't really unlock anything for them other than the camos. So what's the point of using them? I feel like I'm wasting my time when I'm using them almost. Because at least I'm unlocking attachments or other guns, but I'm not when I'm using those guns. That's why I tend to just use guns that are in multiplayer, which takes away the diversity of using stuff, basically, which is kind of annoying. Add in more daily callings and weekly callings, even with better rewards. It's cool, I like the daily calling system, but add in like a couple daily callings, add in a couple weekly callings that you give us a week to do, and all with different rewards, whether it be, XP, daily tier skips, more plasma stuff, or like I said, make it even bigger, make the rewards even crazier, like Mastercraft weapons, camos, even Blackout characters. I don't care. Give us a lot of cool stuff that would just allow us to be more inclined to play the game. If you had like 7 weekly challenges like Fortnite does per week, I'd be back on zombies every goddamn day. I still try to play zombies as much as humanly possible, but I would play a lot more if you had weekly challenges and such. Custom mutations. This kind of is in the same category as what I was just talking about. Why can't we level up or unlock, stuff while in custom mutations if we make the game harder. I understand not allowing us to do the Easter egg or not allowing us to do anything really, unlocking XP or anything, if you are making the game harder by any means necessary. One thing that you make, or no, if you make it easier, my bad. If you make one thing easier, then yes, it should automatically negate any XP earned or any ability to do any Easter eggs. Yeah, whatever. I mean, maybe you can work way around that, but yeah, I understand. But if you make it harder in any way, shape, or form, why the hell do they restrict everything from you? We should be able to make the game harder and do the Easter eggs. We should be able to make the game harder and be given challenges to complete different challenges on certain custom mutation settings that Treyarch maybe gives us per week, allowing us to complete cool challenges like, I don't know, zombie speed is increased by the double or something. Complete the Easter egg. If you complete, you get some Mastercraft weapon. That would make the community go bonkers. And they would all be jumping on zombies, trying to complete that challenge to get that weapon. That would be insane. That would be so much fun. And last but not least is a feature that I wanted to add last because I've been asking for this for a while. I don't think it's possible. I don't know if it is possible. I hope it is. But add a feature that lets us leave a game, like a save the game file, right, when you leave it, and then you can go back to it later. You can start another game of zombies. You could shut off your Xbox. You could do whatever. You can start another game of multiplayer. You can play a whole nother game. But then you could go back to this old zombies game another date and continue it from there. The reason why that would be so useful is because stuff like high rounds, I don't want to do high rounds because I don't want to sit there for hours upon hours trying to go for high round. I don't want to do that. And if I don't want to keep my Xbox on either. I know you can press start, but I don't want to do that. Or if you're playing with other people, then you don't want to press start because then, you know, someone's going to shut off the Xbox even if they're the host. I know they had server pause, but it's not the same. Or what if you just want to start a new game because your friends are on and you want to play with them, but you're in the middle of a solo game, but you want to finish it later? Let us leave a game, but like save it to a file. I don't know if that's possible. I assume it would be. I don't see why it wouldn't, but if it's not, that's why I put it last. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Treyarch, if you're watching this video, I doubt you are, but please, these are great things that I think the community wants as a whole. And if you changed everything I just said and followed through everything this game would be the best game ever. 100%. It would be perfect. I don't think there'd be anything wrong with it. Actually, no. There are a few things map-wise that I think should be changed. The maps are really good, by the way, but Blood of the Dead, that Easter egg needs a little fixing, I'll be honest. But that's about it. The other Easter eggs to me are actually kind of fine to me. I think they're just the right difficulty. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.